Hey y'all, this is AL Thick Madame, and this is the recap review for Belle Collective. So, y'all, Latrice is on the phone with Melanie, who is, I guess, like her right hand, and she keeps up with a lot of the stuff dealing with the business. And apparently, she is launching another hairline of some sort or whatever. She has a new hairline coming out. And so she's on FaceTime talking to Melanie, and her husband Cliff comes into the room, and then she told him that she was on the phone with her, and he done walked over to the phone. Hey Melanie, how you doing? You looking very beautiful today. What? What is we doing? Anyway, she politely got off the phone, told her, let me call you back. I got to talk to him about some things. So she told him, you don't tell another woman she looking beautiful. And he was like, do you have a problem with that? She was like, no, I don't have a problem with it. He was like, okay, well, if you ain't got a problem with it, then I don't see the problem. Anyway, they started talking about the business. He was talking about how he was going to be an investor. Apparently, in the past, when she talked about this business, he was not receptive and he didn't believe in it. And she let us know that, like, back in the day, before she got all this, all of the, groundwork done, all the groundwork laid, and she has the brick and mortar and all that stuff now in the vending machines. Before all that, she was literally selling the hair out of the trunk of her car, and people would line up as if they were going to McDonald's. And I'm just like, I'm still not understanding why everybody live for weave that much, to the point of where y'all like, ooh, the weave lady gonna be over here today. We gonna go pack it out. Like, what? What is we doing? Like, I can't. Now, I ain't gonna sit up here and act like I haven't heard of people selling this stuff out of their car, and out of the trunk of their car, and out of their house and all that. I have heard of that forever and a day. But did she have a license to do all this? Because if they showed a picture and everything. I'm like, is this a picture from when the line was like that, wrapped around a building leading up to the trunk of her car? Like, come on now. Like, this is too much. But yeah. Anyway, so her husband has agreed to, be a partner in the business. And at first he was like, well, I want in on it. I'm going to, be a partner, and I'm going to handle the warehouse. And so she was in the confessional like, I don't want him to have no hand in nothing. Just sign the checkbook. Sign that over to me. Send me some money. That's what it need to be. And he could just be a partner, because he was like, well, you going to have to listen to me. Y'all, I got so triggered when he said to her, you going to have to listen to me. I legit felt like I was listening to my daddy talking to me about something, because he has experienced it in life. And listen to me. Do what I tell you to do, because this is what I'm telling you. He really just gave me a daddy vibe just then. And I was just like, not no zaddy vibe, like a whole daddy. And it ain't even got nothing to do with him being older. And it probably does in the grand scheme of things. And that's how he'll talk to her. But I was just like, you sound just like my daddy. To myself, listen to what I tell you. You gotta listen to me. What you mean? Anyway, I ain't got time. But since she made it known, I don't want your help. I don't want you to have nothing to do with the warehouse. Look, all right, well, I'll be a partner. So since he's seeing how lucrative it is, he wants to invest some kind of way. So one way or another, he's going to be able to have his hands in it. So I don't know, like, if things don't work out in their marriage, because everybody's marriage is so rocky. It is so rocky on this show. I just can't. I'm trying to understand why any of these people even got a husband, wife, or anything else, because it's so terrible. But he might be set up for life if they don't make it, because he done sat up there and he's going to be a partner. So that might be smart of him. Tambra and Letitia met up. Just in case y'all don't remember who they are, Tambra is the radio personality, and Letitia is the woman who is over the National Brunch Society, some kind of brunch thing that she's trying to make go nationwide or whatever. She do the brunches or whatever. She did the women's empowerment brunch that went awry last time. But anyway, they talking, and she is catching Tambra up on what happened, because she could not be there because she had a prior engagement. And so she told her what went down with the hair scandal, and she was like, why all this stuff happened when I'm not there? One thing that Letitia said, I don't know if y'all caught it or not, but I think it is sad within itself, and it is something that is it's crazy. It's something that I've always felt a way about, which was, she was like, why they acting like dang grandmama, that grandmama didn't raise them. And I'm like, okay, but why? That's something that I always felt some type of way about. Why is it so many people sit up here, have these kids, and then they're basically pushed off on the grandparents to raise, usually the grandmama. I just can't. Like she said that like she knew every single last one of them was raised by that grandmama. Like I was just like, but anyway, y'all, I digress. I just ain't never understood that. For me, I would go visit my grandparents. One grandparent, I would go see this one, and then I would go see another one because they, you know, of course, lived in two different places. So I would go visit and come back home every now and again. I might spend the weekend with them, or, you know, like sometimes my mama might have to go to a funeral. I'll stay over there a few hours. Like I would spend time with them, but they were not raising me. That's something I always found like so like, wow, mind blowing for me that so many people were raised by their grandparents instead of their own parents who gave birth to them and helped create them. But it is what it is. I know with some people, they were better off. So, I mean, I can't, you know, be too mad at it. But yeah, so she caught her up on what was going on with that. And then she let her know that, Tamber let her know that she was having a birthday party, but everyone has been invited. So that's kind of making her kind of hesitant now. Like, well, dang, are they going to act a fool at my birthday party? Like, and so she was like, well, I don't know, but the only thing I can do is promise you that I will try my best to kind of stop things. If I see some stuff popping off, try to go ahead and stop that as it's happening so that your birthday party isn't messed up. So these people are grown. Girl, how you gonna say you gonna do? I really was about to cut this camera off and then, you know, keep reviewing, but I thought about it. How you gonna say you gonna do all of that for her, but you couldn't even do this at your own event? Oh, okay. That's what I thought. So Marie, who is into the mental health field and all that stuff, she is a self-made millionaire because she got into the mental health field. Y'all, like I keep telling y'all, I am here for that aspect that she brings to this show because it really is needed. A whole lot of people need a whole lot of help. Most people seem to need mental health help. So yeah. Anyway, her and Essie, her best friend who works alongside with her, they're talking. And so Essie was like, well, you ain't called me last night to tell me what went down at this little luncheon. And so she told her what happened and how Latrice tried to come for her. But she told her, look, Tamber's having a birthday gathering. You need to get ready because we both gonna go and I'm gonna get Latrice together. So we gonna see what happens with that. But she decided to kick them red bottoms up on the desk. I was like, okay, y'all ain't gonna tell me she don't be looking good. Marie be looking good. Oh, before I forget, at the beginning, she was talking about how she takes care of her 4 children and her grandkids and sends the money that the baby mamas be wanting. And she was like, yeah, it's my son's responsibility, but when they come calling, you know, I can't just not pay it. I kind of feel like, you know, this might sound crazy of me, but what is the son doing? Is the son not working or what? Like, if he ain't working, she need to act like she Veronica Harrington and put him to work at one of her facilities to bring in some money because that is good money. Even with him being some sort of a director of sorts, if he were to do something like that at just one of her facilities, what is going on? Like, does he not have a job? Like, what is going on? Because she literally said she take care of herself, her husband, basically, her kids, her grandkids, and the baby mamas. What is going on? What is going on? So I forgot to mention that when Letitia met up with Tamber earlier in the episode, she mentioned that she was going to meet up with a woman by the name of Dorothy Davis, and she is like the community liaison as far as Fair Street is concerned. So anyway, now she's meeting up with her. They're walking down the street, and she's, you know, pointing out different places and what they meant to the community at the time. And one of the places is some diner that Barack Obama ate at when he was just a senator. And it's like very historical references that are being spoken about. Cool. Okay, what is going on with this outfit she got on? I ain't here for it. I don't know why. I don't know if she needed a belt or something. I don't know what was going on, but that dress is just not flattering for her shape or something. It ain't long enough. The material ain't right. Something ain't right. That wig definitely need to go. I'm just tired. Okay, so I digress, y'all. But y'all let me know in the comment section. Are y'all seeing what I'm seeing? What is going on? And then she had that red pump. What was the point? Girl, why? You could have worn some tennis shoes or some flip-flops or some, cute sandals instead of a 4 to 6 inch heel. For what? For what? To go down that street for what? Like, it ain't make no sense. But anyway, so the woman wanted to know what were her plans for that street. And she was like, oh, want to buy the block back. And I want to revitalize all this. And she's just making it seem like she wants it to be a place where Black people can go and say that all of these things are happening and these were Black businesses and all that. That's cool. I just want somebody to do something about that wig and that dress she got on, though. Antoinette, who is the dentist of this show, and Latrice are linking up. They've linked up at Antoinette's house. Apparently, she has kind of purged her house of all things that remind her and that are actually items of her ex-husband's, except for a small box of things that she found around the house, which, includes baseball bats and balls and stuff like that, and pictures. But yeah, apparently she's redecorated and done some things, and it looks, more like her. And she was fixing a drink before Latrice got there. That drink looked good. Whatever that cocktail was, it looked good. I was like, ooh, what is that? What did that do? I'll wait on somebody to say what it was. But anyway, so Latrice came bearing gifts, and she has a sample box of what the celebrity package of her hair care products would be. And she's rolling it out. Apparently it's going to do well, so she's working on the packaging and everything now. But that is like basically her housewarming gift, because even though I guess this is still the same house she was in before, since he's no longer in the picture, this is a second coming, if you will, as far as that is concerned. But anyway, they were talking, and so Latrice looked in the box and she saw a picture, and I think it's one of the pictures that we've seen flashed across the screen before, of course, with his face blurred out, of them in a newspaper, or not a newspaper, a magazine, and everybody would look at them and they thought they were like the it couple. They were like couple goals and all this other stuff, but they didn't make it. And nobody would be able to look at them and tell that they were going all the way through. And so the fact that, at least in this episode, she was speaking nothing but great things about him, said he was nice, he was, nice looking, and all that, but they had some differences when it came to children, because she was not ready to have children, especially at this time in her life, because she wants to be able to provide a certain level of comfort before she feels like she can kind of, let the reins go. And she already knew that she was going to have to be off work, and if they were going to have a certain amount of kids, that she was trying to have them back to back. So she would be off. She wouldn't be able to work. She would not be able to thrive and be on top of this dentistry game that she's a part of. So, that, and I guess a few other things, are the reasons that they just could not continue to be together. And she said the divorce was very quick, and it's over with, and it is what it is. Tambra met up with Ken. I think Ken was seen in the first episode in Latrice's establishment, because I think he does other things outside of doing hair as well. I think he does like styling and all that. So he was there to pull some items for Tambra, because she's going to have 2 birthday celebrations. One will be with her family, which will be intimate, and it's going to still be intimate when she does the other party with just, the ladies and possibly a couple of other people. So they're talking, and she already knows that, like, because it's her birthday, her family is going to be around, and they're going to, they always have questions about her getting married and having kids and all that other stuff. And she says that she does want to have all of that, but she wanted to have her career first. Then she brought up the fact, well, this is what she said, that she has been approached by a professional football player at one point in time and offered her $1 million to have his baby. She said she couldn't do it. She said she was in a relationship and all this other stuff, but she said she couldn't do it and she didn't want to, mess up her own morals and values and all that, doing that and having sex with somebody for a baby. And she could have been had a baby, but she actually has decided to freeze her eggs. She had them frozen a while back. She has had issues with fibroids in the past, which is something that really plagues us in the Black community. And a lot of us know why that is. And I'm not going to go into that because I don't want to possibly go back and forth with a few people who aren't willing to just say, okay, yeah, that is one of the main reasons why a lot of us have gone through that. But a lot of my family members have gone through that. And I don't even know how I haven't. But yeah, because I go all the way through when it comes to my reproductive system. So yeah, my reproductive organs, my bad. So yeah. But yeah, they were talking about that, and I guess she's just gonna hope that everything goes well at both events. So yeah, and it's all for her birthday. So I don't know. They really didn't show us what she might wear. They said, well, let's go try on some things. So I guess we'll see what she looked like when we get to the party. Hopefully she'll have on like flattering pink lipsticks, because sometimes the pinks be doing the most. We know that's her favorite color. We know that she gonna always try to sneak in a pink somewhere. But I feel like you can calm it down sometimes because it really be doing the most. Antoinette went to a baseball field and met a friend that she met in college. And this friend saw the beginning of her relationship with her now ex-husband. And since she saw it from the beginning, she figured that, she could see her as she closed that chapter in her life. So she invited her out there so that she can finally say goodbye and close that chapter in her life. She got very emotional when speaking of her husband and the things that led them down the road that they are at now. She actually got in her confessional and was like, and she was in her confessional and she was, outside of the confessional. She was talking about how it's very hard living in rural Mississippi and people are going to judge you. They're already judging her relationship because she was in a interracial relationship that turned into marriage. And then she actually thought about how the kids would be if she were to give birth. She did not want to have to raise them in Mississippi, and then they would have to basically be forced to choose whether or not you're more Black or white. And that is something that I've noticed a lot of people have had to deal with. I have friends who have a white parent and a Black parent, and they've had to often struggle to help other people to understand, like, I love my mama even though she white. And I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for the both of them getting together. But at the same time, I'm Black too. Like, don't try to make me pick and choose which I am, which one I am. Like, it's like, okay, it's a lot, and there are a lot of undertones. It is too much. And at the same time, I was looking at the screen like, ma'am, you knew you were in Mississippi. You already were struggling when you were there and with him, married. So Mississippi, as I already said in the first episode, was the very last state to actually abolish officially slavery, just in 2020, which just happened. This is January of 2021. They literally just did this like last summer. Like, Mississippi been on one. They literally just removed the flag. They just removed the flag. I think they just abolished slavery like 5 to 7, less than 10 years ago. I know that for a fact. But they just took the flag down. Their state flag was the flag that all the racist people live for. So I'm just like, okay. But anyway, she is still emotional. Of course, her emotions are still very raw because this is still new for her. Most people do not even know that she's gotten a divorce. This woman is really close friends with her, and she didn't even know the details as to why they weren't even together anymore. She had to ask her in a way as to not pry, but to pry, because she didn't even know the details as to why they weren't together anymore. But yeah, she, did what she did and hit some balls and cried and just had her moment to be done with her marriage. So everybody but Marie and Tambra have arrived at the birthday gathering, right? And the ladies were talking about what happened at the luncheon, and they kind of started going back and forth because Antoinette said something about like what does Marie do? And so like Letitia felt like she was coming for her. Like she was like, well, don't come for my friend. Like, so she was like, what you're not gonna do is that. I'm sitting right here, what you're not gonna do is that. So they were going back and forth a little bit, and what's her name? Y'all, I got sidetracked because if you know what's going all around up here. I'm just like, somebody please stop it. Shoot, I forgot her name because of this foolishness. But the woman that has the hair business, her husband has tagged along, Zaddy, as she likes to call him. I can't. Anyway, he gon' interject talking about they need to, cut all of this out and all this or whatever. And it's like, I hear you, but at the same time, why are you here? Now, she has gotten in the confessional and she was like, well, if you see me, you see him. And if we ain't together, he likes to know where I'm at all times. He's not happy if he don't know where I'm at. Girl, ain't you tired? Ain't you tired? I just can't. Like, why? Like, is somebody not secure? Is he not secure? Is he not secure because he is that much older than you that he think that the moment you out of his eyesight, somebody gonna roll up? Is that what it is? I don't understand. But anyway, I ain't here for it. So anyway, Marie arrives with her best friend Essie, and they walk in, and she's trying not to get into it, but her and Latrice are about. That's her name, y'all. Latrice. I don't know why. See, because of the foolishness going on, I completely forgot what the woman's name was. But yeah, they're about to get into it, and so Letitia, because I was like, it's another L. Letitia ended up kind of, going off to the side with her because Marie was like, I need a drink. So they about to, have a little sidebar, I guess. Girl baptized. Okay, so I'm looking like, what is this? Y'all, ain't nobody on the street, but Tambra has wasted the taxpayers' money on getting a motorcade of the sheriff's department leading her over to the event. I'm just like, why though? You got these people wasting their time doing this. Why? Why? So Tambra has entered her party, and it's gone into the night, and everybody is kind of trying to get, well, mainly mainly Letitia. It's one of the L's, y'all. Letitia is trying to get Latrice and Marie to kind of hash it out. Marie has already spoken on that and was like, we need to just celebrate Tambra. It's her birthday. This is not the place for that. Therefore, I don't see the point of us doing that. So they were over there trying to raise a glass and toast to some stuff, and Marie wasn't here for none of it. Marie was just sitting there like, I'm just here so I don't get fined. So eventually, Latrice and her husband, they either left the party or they went mingling somewhere else. And so Marie was telling old girl that she ain't, fit to be fake. So like, I don't know why Letitia expected her to just, jump right in after she had already said that this ain't the place for that. So she was just like, yeah, I'm just gonna sit here. I showed my face, I'm just gonna sit here, because nope. And so, because I keep, it's like when I want to say Latrice, I say Letitia. And when I want to say Letitia, I say Latrice. Because the foolishness is going on. But anyway, y'all. So, Letitia is basically giving her a motivational speech and was like, you can't sit up here and look the way you looking. You're looking like the villain. And she said she want to talk to you, but now you over here like, looking like you don't want to talk. And I get where you're coming from, but if she is, basically extended an olive branch, why not just hear her out and all this other stuff? She was just like, I can't be fake about it. It is what it is. And so she was like, look, you can't, gave her a whole motivational speech to the point of where she was moved to tears. And, she thanked her for it and all that stuff. So before I forget again, I don't know if any of y'all are familiar with this person who is on YouTube. I feel like Marie to me looks like a lot of people. Like a few of these people, like Marie, Essie, and like somebody else, they look like people that I've, met and or have seen throughout the years. Don't Marie look like a YouTuber by the name of oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Why did I just forget? I'm thinking of parts of her name. Beautiful brown baby doll, because I was like, there's a whole lot of bees. Don't she look like beautiful brown baby doll to y'all? Like, Marie looked like she could be like the big sister or the aunt to her. And they actually sound similar too, except Marie might be like a half of an octave like deeper than her or something. I don't know. I feel like they look so much alike and sound alike too. Y'all let me know if I'm tripping or not. So anyway, moving right along. So we're at the end of the episode and Timbre party is coming to a close. Everybody is saying they have an amazing time, but the main people who are at odds, they are saying that, they looking around and see all these ladies, but they talking about it's supposed to be women empowerment, but they don't see that. But okay, we'll see where it goes. We're gonna see if, there is a way or a place to actually elevate in some way, despite all of what's going on right now. That's pretty much the end of the episode because Timbre made a speech and said everybody was bosses and all of that. Y'all, Marie's son has 3 kids and all 3 of them are under the age of 1 year old. And I guess they are by 3 different women unless one of them had a set of twins or something. I don't know what is going on. But the most gonna go on next episode and I can't. Anyway, hopefully y'all enjoyed this recap review. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really do appreciate all the love and support. Y'all are everything. I really do appreciate it. Let's get down in the comment section and talk about it. Well, did y'all like this episode? Oh my gosh. It's just too much every time. Anyway, y'all have a good one and I'll see y'all later on. Be safe. Bye.